Hello everybody, this is Javier Raya, Olympian and IOC young leader from Spain and founder of Compete Proud. We are here at Pride House, Rose de Bonheur, collaborating on the occasion of the Olympic Games Paris 2024. And I have the pleasure to be together with one of the ambassadors and Compete Proud members, Marc Tur, also Olympian and part of the LGBTIQ+ community. So welcome Marc, welcome to Pride House. It's a pleasure to have you here on the stage and in this magnificent space and views of Paris. This is a very first and important occasion for the LGBTQI+ communities and athletes. You are an Olympian that competed in Tokyo 2020. And it was around that time when you made publicly that you were part of the LGBTQI+ community. Share a bit more about your personal life, but also still linked somehow to you being an advocate for the LGBTQI+ community. Could you tell us briefly why this was an important moment, not just personally, but also in your professional career? Mm-hmm. Why did you decide to step forward and to speak about, this important cause?
Well, first of all, thank you, Javi, for inviting me here at the Olympic Pride House. And well, yes, as you've said before, I was Olympic. I was an Olympian in Tokyo 2020. It was my first time in the Olympic Games, and well, I was really excited to compete there. I had been trained for really long, for several years, and well, of course, I was part of the community, but I didn't say it in social media or in media in general. So after being fourth in Tokyo, I thought that it was a great moment to speak about myself, not only about athletics, not only about my sports career, but also about my the other part of me. I mean, the part that maybe it was hidden in some way because I didn't want to say, or maybe I was a little bit scared. Although my family, my friends, they knew about me. So yes, of course, after the race, I thought it was a great moment. I had like the spotlight at that moment because I was fourth in the Olympics. I did a great race, and well, I said it in a tweet that well, of course, I was gay. I wasn't ashamed of it. I think that I'm a part of this community, and as other Olympians did before, like you and other athletes, I wanted to be part of this community, and as you helped me before, maybe I could help other people as well.
Mm-hmm. This is super important because what you're talking here about is not just, as you said, not just being open about it, but also being visible and a reference to other athletes, to be a role model, and for future generations to see that that they are not alone, that that we exist. That's and it. That we make it to the Olympic Games, that we succeed, and that they are not alone, and that they can also accomplish their dreams. It's very interesting because Tokyo 2020, it marked a milestone in, let's say, the Olympic movement, the Olympic Games history, because there was a record number, I think, about 186 openly and public LGBTQ plus athletes. You were one of them.
Yes.
Now in Paris, we're also reaching record numbers. We'll have to check by the end of the games if we surpass Tokyo, but I would expect so. The question here is not about numbers. The question here is about having athletes being their true authentic selves on and off the field, and to be proud and compete proud, which is the ultimate goal, to be liberated, to feel free, and to really make the best of their sporting careers. So I wanted to ask you, was there a moment in your career that as an athlete you felt you couldn't be your true authentic self? And what was a turning point in your career? Perhaps it was after you competed in Tokyo, or perhaps it was before, because you said you were open within your circles. What was two moments? What was the first moment where you probably struggled in your life, and then a turning point where you said, okay, I'm now being my true authentic self?
Okay, so in my case, I think it was really special because when I was little, when I was at the track training every day, it was like my safe place. I mean, there, while I was running with the other mates, it was like I felt myself, like I could be myself. I don't know why, but the environment was perfect. It was really safe for me, and it helped me a lot to accept myself. So I think that it's surprisingly it's like the other side. It's like I felt really safe. I felt really comfortable, and as I was little, I knew that I was gay, and athletics helped me to be who I am and to accept myself. And the environment in athletics, I think it was really great. Although in other parts of my life, for example, at high school, or when I was hanging out with my friends, it wasn't the same environment. I didn't feel that well, that safe. So I think that after being at the Olympics and realizing that I could be myself in every aspect of my life, not only in athletics, made me change in some way inside me. So I think that it was the point when it all changed, and I saw that yes, of course, I'm gay, and I'm proud to be gay. I've been in the Olympic Games. I've been struggling during my life maybe in the high school, but right now it's okay. I have a support, and I think that it's the time to make that change.
So basically, the message you are sending us here is that, so within your sporting circles, you felt safe. You felt it was your safe space.
It was my safe space, of
but
course.
you did struggle when you were in high school.
That's it.
You did
Yes.
struggle when you were in other parts of your life, and that indeed maybe sport, it was a perfect scenario for you to grow and to feel that you could be your true authentic self.
Yes, that's it.
This is very important because we always say that where there is still LGBTQ plus phobia in and outside of sport, of course, I think something we can relate. We still playing a very individual sport. We are not playing in a team.
Yes.
We have to acknowledge that also we find more problems when we are at grassroots levels instead of elite level. And in general, we actually know each other for a very long time. We trained and lived together in the National Training Center of Spain. And what we could breathe there was a fantastic environment of friendship and respect,
Yes,
coming from
that's
different
it.
sport disciplines and coming
course, yes.
from different backgrounds. In my case, it was similar to you. I did struggle when I was in high school until I actually moved to the sport residency. So something that is very important is to understand how your story can help others. So just to wrap up a bit on the conversation, to other potential and future athletes, to the kids and teenagers out there, you know, that they are maybe getting started in sport, maybe they see you as a role model, maybe they want to start race walk or athletics in any sports. So to those future generations, what would be the piece of advice that you will give them when they are getting started now in sport, and to see that, as I said, that they are not alone
Yes.
in these struggling moments, that perhaps, you know, your story can inspire them? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that they don't have to be afraid of who they are, that everybody is special in their own way. And of course, sometimes you are scared. It's normal. It's human to feel it. But that don't worry. That we are here for support them. That as we've done before, they can do it now. That we have lots of well, we have a huge community, but we have a lot of points or places to go where they can feel this support, and that the Olympic movement, it's incredible, and we are lucky that right now in 2024 we have this new movement that is Pride House, so we can show the athletes, and not only the athletes but also the world, that we are here to support our community and everybody who needs that help.
That's great. Thank you so much, Marc. I think the key message here to our audience today is to learn more about the different stories from LGBTIQ plus athletes, Olympians, Paralympians from within Pride House, and to not give up, to those future generations to not give up in their careers, to persist despite the obstacles, despite the difficulties, to not feel that that you are alone. We are a big community. There is, as Marc was saying, there are now thankfully many associations that can help you and resources out there. And this is a really important step coming from the Olympic movement to have a Pride House, an official Pride House here in Paris 2024. And the message that we want to send is to be your true authentic self unapologetically, and to be proud and compete proud. So thank you so much for being with us here today.
Thank you.
And
Raya.
we hope that you enjoy Paris and the experience. I know you're cheering here for some of your colleagues from Spain, so wishing you all the best.
Thank you. I'm enjoying these Olympic Games, and thank you very much for inviting me to be here with you.
Thanks.